Hey, what's up?
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Thanks for hopping on.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
So, welcome to episode number 126 of the Blitz Take. I'm here with 2025 NFL draft prospect Braden Potts out of Anselm College, and I'm happy to have him on to get his story on how he is and uh, how how everything went. So, welcome.
Thank you.
So, how did your recruiting process go at the beginning stages?
See, are you talking about like the prospect process or like really genuinely college?
Just like, I guess both.
I got recruited to Saint Anselm College. I was the COVID class coming out of high school, so I had Division One opportunities, but um, they got pulled back once fifth years could come back for the COVID year. So I ended up accepting my opportunity to play at Saint Anselm College with Division Two in New Hampshire, and had successful 4 years there. I was two-time All Conference there, and that the success I had there allowed me to declare for the NFL draft, and now I'm down here in Florida, um, training for my pro day, and I have my agent, reaching out to scouts to get whatever connections we can get to get this ball truly rolling.
How did you finalize to pick to go to school at Saint Anselm?
Like I briefly mentioned, since I was the COVID class, my divisional opportunities got pulled back, and I was ultimately left with two different options. Um, from Division Two was Stonehill and St. Anselm College, and I had an official visit to Stonehill, and I had an unofficial visit to St. Anselm. But I tell people all the time, like my visit to St. Anselm, it felt more official with the coaches, um, with the players that I met. I even met some professors. It felt like a true family. It felt like somewhere I saw myself not only playing but living 4 years. So that's how I ended up at St. Anselm.
How is it like playing at the level you, you have played at Saint Anselm?
It definitely was coming out of high school. It was an adjustment for sure. My freshman fall, I did have the opportunity to play some snaps, and like the game speed, it caught me off guard. Like my first ever play, in playing at corner in college football. If they threw it to my man, it would have been a touchdown. So just adjusting to that that game speed um, took about that fall. And then once the spring came around freshman year, things started clicking. Um, there are great players at my level. Um, Often there recently there has been people that have their own pro day opportunities. Someone from my school, even like 5 years back, even had an opportunity to go to the NFL, but they just chose a different path. So like the level of competition was, uh, it's some days like I know I'm that guy. Then there's other days like I'm happy I'm pushing myself today.
What is a typical day like for you uh, during the game days?
Yeah, game day. Game day is a wake up. Um, Wake up early. I like just like to. I really it's hard to sleep obviously, but it's like I knock out quick and then but I wake up early. So um, I try to eat food, try to get food in me, but I might even look this up. It's actually really hard to eat when you're like really really anxious. And I'm really really anxious on game day, but I just try to force myself to eat because I know I need that fuel once game time comes, and so that's what I do. I force myself to eat heavy protein, heavy carbs, and hydrate just like I have been the whole week. Um, when game times comes, I don't have any really niche routines, but the one thing I do keep consistent is on every single game day during the national anthem, I say a prayer to God. Um, so that's really my routine on what game day looks like for me.
Who in your family do you look up to and why?
Um, I would say my mom. You probably hear that answer a lot, but you probably hear this explanation too. I mean, I think my mom's the best mom in the world. She's really taught me how to be resilient, like work ethic, and um, if you have a goal in mind, really just chase that. And just the support from her, and obviously my close family, my dad, my brother as well. That network that I've had is it's shown me how to be selfless in many ways, which has come very helpful in relationships and even on the field of trusting other players, trusting that they're supposed to be where they're supposed to be. So, but yeah, back to your question, definitely my mom.
What makes you a unique player on the football field?
Well, obviously, I have my own. Everyone has their own God given abilities, and I take pride in the abilities that I have. My speed, my strength, my quickness. But the real unique thing I think is just my ability once to process the game. Once the game slows down for me, it really slows down for me. I understand concepts, I understand formation. So when the film study really gets involved into um, like playing an opponent, it's practically easy, especially after the first quarter when they come out in the things that I have studied. So you're gonna the rest of the game, I'm gonna see what I studied and what they've proven they're doing in the first quarter. So just just the mind of the game, I think, and from a corner standpoint, just from football, really, football player, really, I think that's what separates me from a lot of other athletes.
What current or former NFL player do you compare yourself to?
Ooh, I mean, I would say I gotta go to best of the best. Um, Darrell Revis, but my reason behind that is obviously he was a genius behind the game. If you've ever heard him talk about why he does certain things on certain plays or what he was expecting on certain plays, it just you see his IQ of the game, but he also took pride in technique, and that's something I've always taken pride in. Even when I didn't have my own personal trainer, I was trying to find ways to perfect my technique. But once I got that trainer, the technique became second nature. Um, and then also growing up, that's one of the names that came to my mind. The first name that came to mind because growing up, on my first year ever playing corner, one of the dads from one of my teammates, it was Potts Island. That's my last name, Potts Island. So that's the name that he gave me, and stuck around. That teams knew that when they played me, they were on Potts Island. So
What has been your favorite memory at Saint Anselm?
what has been my favorite memory, man? I'm being honest. It's kind of kind of backwards, but my favorite memory is probably my last ever snap of college football, um, with my brothers, my close friends, and just being able to cry on the field together with your brothers and reflect on the 4 years of not only just football memories but life memories. Because that was my last fall. That was my last that fall. This past fall was my last semester at college. So that moment really allowed me to be present into where I was and reflect and think with um, my teammates, my brothers, my friends for life. Um, just on the great experiences that I've had throughout those whole great, like good, bad, funny, sad experiences that I've had within those entire 4 years.
How many hours a day back when you were playing college football do you take the time to study film, to get better up for your game?
Yeah, so every day I dedicate at least 45 to an hour, and as of like last year with my cornerback coach, he gave me a very good method of how to break down studying film in terms of um, looking at formations. So this day you're going to look at this formation, or this day you're going to look at this down. So being able to actually break it up into uh, different days of study, so that when it comes test time on Saturday or Sunday, um, you're ready to go. You know all the answers to the test, and you're able to just go free without really having to guess.
What do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, um, I enjoy playing my PlayStation. I definitely do. I've just recently got one. The reasoning behind that is since I did leave college, I wanted to stay in contact with um, my friends from college. I wanted to, start building my relationship back with my friends from home. Um, so that's the main thing that's consuming my free time now, and um, so yeah, that I enjoy doing in my free time, and I guess you can count this as free time as well because not that many people do it and value it. But I like to do whatever I can to recover my body, whether that's stretching, whether that's rolling out, whether that's using my massage gun, whether that's using advantage of the facilities I'm at where I'm training using cold tub, hot tub, cryotherapy, massage chair, things of that nature. Like I actually enjoy doing that as free time because it allows me to just be where I am, and even whether if it's active or not active, it's just relaxing in general. It's just relaxing.
Do you like to read books?
I'm not really a big reader.
Oh.
I'm not really a big reader. Um, yeah, I never have unfortunately. But if it is a good read, um, then I would enjoy it.
Mhm. And lastly, if you could have dinner with any current NFL player, who would it be?
Um, Honestly, it'd probably just be go back to Darrell Revis, really. Because if you want to be considered one of the best, you gotta, learn from the best. And in my opinion, he's the best cornerback. Um, you can argue Deion Sanders, but he played more than just cornerback, and he just had pure athleticism. Um, so yeah, I'd probably say Darrell Revis because I'd be able to learn how to be not only a pro but a professional from him, and you know all the ups and downs that come with a good game and a bad game. So things of that nature, and just learning how the pro system works um, as a whole. So yeah, that's who I would want to have dinner with.
It was great getting to know your story behind your football journey, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck in the near future. And I will definitely stay in contact with you throughout the process, and hope to see you in the league soon.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. We'll stay in touch for sure.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Thanks. You too.